by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Whitney Merciless in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now it's Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That's complete, right around the 8. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And here comes the Texans now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They snap it at 1. Now it's Osweiler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Play clock winding down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. They go play action here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the back goes into motion. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler setting up the screen for Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Houston first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Osweiler to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. And the play clock's running down. Osweiler. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 28 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from time.